Hello, reading champions. How are you doing today? Today we'll have a strange story from my first Quran storybook. It's number what? Yes, it's number 24. Let's start. Number 24. The Prophet Uzayr's donkey. The Prophet Uzayr, or Ezra alayhi salam, was a very pious man. He had a donkey. Riding it, he would travel far and wide. One day, he was riding his donkey as usual. He looked up and saw some ruins at the side of the road. It was an old ruined town. No one lived there. The Prophet Uzayr alayhi salam said, "How can Allah remake the city? How can He again make it full of people? It is totally dead." Allah hears and sees everything. He heard what the Prophet Uzayr alayhi salam said. In less than a moment, Allah caused him and his donkey to die. 100 years passed. Allah brought the Prophet Uzayr alayhi salam back to life. He asked the Prophet Uzayr alayhi salam, "Do you know how long you were dead?" Uzayr alayhi salam said, "A day or part of a day?" Allah said, "You were dead for 100 years." Allah said, "Look at your donkey. There are only bones left. But look what I can do. I will put flesh on the bones, and I will make the donkey alive once again." The next moment, the Prophet Uzayr's donkey stood in front of him. The Prophet Uzayr alayhi salam looked around. The food and water he carried with him 100 years back were spread on the grass. He had a sip of the water. He put some food in his mouth. The water was fresh and the food was fresh. The Prophet Uzayr alayhi salam looked again at the donkey. He looked again at the food. He said, "Really, Allah has power over all things. Allah made all the things. He will remake them and give them life in the hereafter. Allah has power over all things." The story is told to reaffirm belief in the hereafter and life after death. And that was our story for today. See you tomorrow, inshallah.